film that some people were talking about, and I believe they released it at the Sundance Film Festival, was called Spree. A small little schizophrenic social media thriller in the vein of Unfriended or Nerve, in that sort of familiar territory, essentially about a young man who wants to become famous on the internet, to the point he even just goes ahead and kills people while filming and streaming it on Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Snapchat, all that nonsense. Essentially, it's a very wild premise indeed, and the use of camera angles and technical little jargon that they put in for good measure definitely gives it an air of authenticity to it. And also the satire is pretty sharp in of itself, as was making commentary and also mocking social media while learning to embrace it in of itself. I personally thought it was better than Unfriended and Nerve because it's grounded to some extent in a degree of reality compared to Unfriended. Now with Nerve, it was trying a little too hard and also is a bit mild to some extent, but Spree just goes out of its way and says, fuck it, we're just going to show for what it is. Show these nasty Jake Paul, Logan Paul twats in their own glory! You know what I'm talking about. I don't use social media just to be famous. I now have an Instagram, as well as a Twitter, and also my friend also uses his SoundCloud and Bandcamp for his music under the name Headsmoke. But he doesn't seek to just become famous just by channeling what every other popular person is doing. He does it simply for himself, as do I. So if you're someone like me who has an air of skepticism, this is probably the film for you. It wasn't perfect. I think if they tightened up some of the scenes and scenarios, especially with the young man and his father, it might have been a little bit more interesting. And all the comparisons that people make into this film with Joker, not quite. I think this movie has a lot more in common with Nightcrawler, which is a great movie with Jake Gyllenhaal playing a sort of wild, bug-eyed weirdo from Los Angeles, similar to the setting of this film, trying to film horrific and grisly incidents and massacres unfolding in people's houses and on the street, simply to boost the TV channel's ratings. I think, personally, following in that film's footsteps is probably what helped the film a little bit for me, because I was thinking to myself, yeah, he does remind me of the Lewis Bloom character that Jake Gyllenhaal played from Nightcrawler, more so than any other film that I can think of. And to some extent, American Psycho. Hello, my name's Patrick Bateman. I wash my skin with this deep cleanser that I got for so much money. Also, I like eating quite well and listening to my Huey Lewis in the news while I bash people's brains out with a hammer and wield a chainsaw and I'll bite a woman's neck. Because I'm creepy like that. This is Christian Bale from American Psycho. Ah! Skinny E-Butt signing off. Until next time, keep on watching and the stupid social media get to your head. And stay safe from COVID.